Welcome to your second to last week here in Com 130. We've learned so much throughout the semester, so I'm excited to see it all wrapped up in our final project, which you'll be turning in this week. I'm always amazed at the hard work of my students, especially with the final project. This video will be quite short today because we went very in depth with the project last week. So if you haven't seen week 12's video, please go and watch that. For the first due date this week, you have your critiques and your critique report. This is formatted the same as the ones we've done in the past, so I'm not going to go in depth with that today. Just remember, you do have to participate on 3 separate days by the end of the day on Wednesday. For the second due date, your final big project slide design is due. All right, and again, we talked about this very in depth with last week's video. And with last week's video, we also went over some student examples. Today, I'm really going to just talk you through some areas where I often see students missing points and give you some final reminders. So for the commonly missed points, first off, reverse engineer the original ad. And with that, you should talk about the design, the color, and the typography of the original ad over multiple slides. A lot of students like to have a slide for design for the original ad, a slide for color for the original ad, and a slide for typography for the original ad. And then a lot of students like to do the same thing with the new ad, a slide for design, a slide for color, and a slide for typography for the new ad as well. With your slides, you usually want to stick to one idea. So for example, your main idea of the slide might be typography, and you might point out different typefaces used, and maybe you point out the contrast in the typography. That's just an example. Typically, in slide design, you want to avoid bullet points. And this is a huge factor. Please export as a multi-page PDF without printer's marks. You are presenting this virtually. You're presenting it over a video. You are not printing it out, so don't include those printer's marks. All right, and before you submit, of course, finish part 2 of your project report. And as always, fix any missed points you had in part 1, if applicable. You're going to refine your project based on feedback, double check your project, make sure you've hit all of those requirements, and export your finished project and your project report as PDFs and upload those 2 PDFs to the assignment. After that, celebrate. With the final week in this class, you're really taking this presentation, recording a video for it, and that's basically it. So once you've submitted this assignment, you are so close to the finish line. Let's finish strong together. If you have any questions or concerns, as always, please feel welcome to email me or message me in Canvas. I'm here to help, especially with it being your final. I know a lot of us are in the groove of things and you might not have any questions, but if you do, please let me know. Keep up the great work.